Hi everyone, and welcome to Wednesday, June 28th, General Hospital Recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. So if you missed it on 2 videos ago, I talked about my thoughts on Rebecca Budig being axed and Steve Burton returning. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Basically, I have a lot of feelings, I have a lot of conflicted feelings, and I'm very angry about Rebecca Budig being let go. But in any event, let's get right to it, because I already ranted about that. So at the Quartermaines, Bobby calls Dante. Ava is well enough to be interviewed. Can't wait to see that. I bet nothing will push her into not confessing. So Lante, Lou and Dante, in case you don't know. I don't know why I'm filming too many of these. I can barely think anymore. They have Charlotte at the Quartermaines. She desperately misses Valentine. Lulu says that they, don't have answers to her questions, and they're there for Olivia's surprise. So Charlotte asks Lulu if Valentine is ever coming home, and she knows they've been avoiding the question, and Lulu gives her props. Like, she's a really smart kid. So she says that, he's going to be gone a long time, and she doesn't know how long, quite honestly. And Dante comes in with Olivia after checking Ned isn't there. Olivia comes in with her dress. She thinks it's hideous. It's a family heirloom. Basically, like 4 generations ago, someone spent a lot of money on this dress, and the way it was justified as a purchase is that every woman in the family will wear this dress, so it's okay to spend this kind of money on it. But Olivia does not want to be the 5th person to wear this dress, and Charlotte really loves it though, and she thinks she looks like a fairy godmother. And Olivia's like, "Oh, you're sweet, but I'm Rocco's grandmother." And Charlotte's like, "No, you're too young to be Rocco's grandmother." And then Charlotte is thrilled to hear that she is also her grandmother, but since she's Italian, she'll call her Nonna. And she's just really happy. Like, Charlotte is like living the life now. Obviously she misses her father, but like, in the scheme of things, living the life. So Olivia has a surprise for her. She goes upstairs and changes really fast, because again, cannot stand that dress. And Olivia asks her to be her flower girl. At Kelly's, Spencer attempts to hire Alexis for his legal troubles. I love this kid. And she says, she has too much of a conflict of interest. Valentine, whether she likes it or not, is her half-brother, and, Nicholas is her nephew, I believe. And then, Spencer, like, it's too much. And Spencer feels that that's actually an advantage. Sweetheart, that I love you. It's not how it works. So Laura's indulging this, this thing he wants to do, so a lawyer can explain to him why it can't be done. And Spencer didn't want to go to camp because it's daybreak with Dad nature walk, and he won't say it, but he misses his dad. Like, this is how he's grieving. He's grieving by lashing out at Valentine, which she has every right to, obviously. I'm not saying that, I'm just pointing it out. So Alexis assures Spencer that Valentine does have a right to the estate. Spencer feels because of what Valentine did, everything should be taken away. Oh, sweetie, life isn't fair. So Alexis says Valentine owns everything until he dies, and he asks what happens then, and then Charlotte gets everything. So Alexis says that she finds this argument abhorrent, horrible, but, you could make the argument that Mikos' will shows that Spencer's claim supersedes Charlotte's based on gender because of how the women of the family were left out of it before. Why do they have to be doing that? I am filming a video. But, it would be a long shot. And it would have to be after Valentine is no longer with us. He doesn't think it's fair that he'd be like 40 before any of that happens. But that's the legal process. What is that noise? I don't know. So Alexis has to take a call real fast, and Spencer misses Windermere and everything about it. He's lost so much. He only misses it because he's not the one who has to go grocery shopping. Because let me tell you, if I had to get on a boat every time I had to go grocery shopping and then load all my groceries on a boat and go home, I would not want to live on an island. Even if it was a mansion on an island with horses, I would not want to do it. I live like less than 10 minutes from a grocery store and I can barely do it. And I don't even have any stairs. Like, it's ridiculous. So then Chandler comes in. Remember Spencer's driver from before. He's going to be Spencer's driver again because Spencer can't use Uber and Chandler knows how to deal with him. and he seems to be feeling better, and Spencer already asked Chandler if they can make a quick stop before camp. And what does Chandler do? Brings him to that quick stop. Isn't the whole reason you're there so you can like rein him in and bring him where he's supposed to be? Chandler, seriously. So at Carly's, Sonny drops Carly off, they kiss, seem to be back together. Joss is on the phone in panic mode. So she greets Carly, and Carly wants to talk to her about something. What are they doing? It's like 7:38. You should not be making this kind of noise. It's a nuisance. A nuisance, I tell you. Oh, Cassie's sneaking up on me. It's a Fitbit thing, but it's just kind of jarring. I'm filming a video and suddenly my phone says, Cassie's sneaking up on you. Like, where? So, Carly wants to talk to her about something. General Hospital, that's what I'm talking about, right? And Jocelyn jumps the gun and is like, oh my God, Grandma told you, right? And Jocelyn's like, oh, she's making such a big deal out of nothing. Sweetheart, shh, don't volunteer information. So Carly says she hasn't talked to her, but like, what's going on? And Jocelyn's like, oh, it's just a misunderstanding. Like, I didn't call her when I was supposed to, and she was really upset about it. You know. So when Jocelyn goes upstairs to change, because she's a junior counselor at Lila's kids, Carly trips over a beer bottle. Yellow Sun. And I'm like, could that be a subtle reference to Standing Sun wine? Huh? Probably not. Just because it has the same word in it does not mean it's a reference. So Jocelyn is going to head to the park, you know, for her job as a junior counselor. And Carly's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this bottle doing here? And she will only accept honesty. You know, what happened, and if she won't say, then she'll call Bobby, and then you'll come back and drag Jocelyn in front, you know, out of, you know, the counselor program in front of all of her friends and fellow junior counselors. So Jocelyn admits to the party and that there were boys and alcohol, not good. But she blames a lot of it on Trina. She says that she stayed inside when everyone went outside, and she's like, oh, you were alone? And you're like, well, not exactly. Like, she intended to be alone. It wasn't her fault that someone else just happened to be there. And yes, that someone else was a boy. So after a bit of a fight, Jocelyn tries to turn this around on her and the bad choices she's made. And Carly won't let her change the subject, and Jocelyn keeps pushing it. So Carly makes her go upstairs and makes her give her phone too. Because, you know, you can't, if you have your phone upstairs, then you're not really upstairs. You're still connected to the whole World Wide Web. So at General Hospital, what? The whole world. Yeah. So at General Hospital, Sonny and Bobby talk. She asks how the divorce is coming. And Sonny's like, you might want to talk to Carly about that. And Bobby's like, oh, yeah, I will. In Ava's room, Julian visits Ava. He and the nurses try to get her to drink this thing with, like, high calories in it. And it looks disgusting, but, you know, what are you going to do? It actually doesn't. It looks like a strawberry shake, which to me is disgusting. Oh, someone just got a lot of words on Boggle. I won't mention any names.
No, it's mosquito.
Oh, someone just got the word mosquito on Boggle. That's
no,
so exciting.
It was a mosquito landed on my phone.
The joys of outside. Stop texting me. So, what am I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, Julian says things are looking good for both of them. He's allowed to see Leo. And also, he saw Alexis and they talked. And Ava's like, well, what's gonna matter? You're gonna be in prison soon. And he's like, hey, not necessarily. So, he's gonna fight the charges as hard as he can. And Ava feels she deserves to be punished. Stop texting me. Cassie, no one cares you got so much color today. I'm just kidding. I cares. I cares, Cassie. I love you. She doesn't watch my videos. It's very sad. We're filming a bunch of videos soon, so get ready for that. But in any event, let me finish my thought. No! Why? So, Ava feels she deserves to be punished for what she did. And Julian's like, isn't this punishment enough? And she thinks Kiki should hate her, but, you know, she can't if she's like this in the hospital. But Kiki, like, she's going to feel obligated to visit. But if she's in prison, Kiki can just forget she exists. Like we all forgot Matt exists. Remember him? He killed Lisa Niles, apparently. Oh, these storylines, let me tell you. So Julian thinks Kiki will eventually forgive and understand why she did what she did to Morgan. Yeah, because if she understood it, she'd have to feel guilty and blame herself for it. So, logic, Julian. But I love William DeVry, so I can't be too hard on him. So Julian tells her to think about Avery. You know, don't confess and, you know, don't go to prison. But she's set on confessing and saving Kiki the trial and all. and he thinks that she should make amends, but don't confess. It'll be like giving up, and he tries to point out that they have not, the police have nothing, but she's intent on taking the hit, and then Sonny walks in. Oh, why can't you just leave it, Sonny? Let me tell you, why can't you just leave it? So Julian doesn't think Sonny is as thankful to him as he should be, because Julian basically saved his life, and Sonny says that he's just there to tell Ava he's going to, there's going to be a change in Avery's custody. And I know what they're talking about. So since Ava took advantage of the first custody hearing, he's going to do the exact same thing. And since she took Morgan, he's going to take Avery. So she's with him full-time anyway. So then Julian throws a fit about it, and then he tries to push the divorce thing. Well, at least Carly's not going to be in her life. And Sonny's like, no, we're not getting divorced, and Carly's going to be the only mother she knows. Why, Sonny? Why are you pushing it? Like, there is no reason to push this, because you're just going to make her push back. So many things. And Sonny leaves, and Ava asks Julian to leave her alone for a little while, and he says, okay, but don't give up. Back at Carly's, Bobby comes in, and she was planning on telling Carly everything. She just hadn't gotten a chance to yet. Bobby corroborates what Jocelyn said about, he was a nice boy, and, that you shouldn't drink a lot, like she just had a few sips. And now end scene. Not in a defensive way though, just like, yeah, she was telling you the truth about that. So now end scene. Alexis asks Laura how she is, and she feels Spencer won't give up on this. Dante comes into Ava's room. Chandler brings Spencer to Paluzzo's, and Sonny's there, and he has a business matter to discuss. Basically, Spencer wants Sonny to eliminate Valentine. This kid, like, I love him. I love him so much. Bobby asks Carly about the Puerto Rico trip, and she tells her that her and Sonny are getting back together, and Jocelyn hears that. And as you can imagine, it probably won't go over well. So that is it for Wednesday's General Hospital recap. I have 2 more, and I can go in and cook some pasta. But basically, do not stress me out. We are on the secret patio. And we're doing a lot of General Hospital. Do you like the outside? Because I like filming outside, hopefully more on a daily basis. And that's what's going to happen, because everything is good. So I will see you in 0.2 seconds. Make the most out of that 0.2 seconds. I'm watching you. And I hope you have a great 0.2 seconds. Okay, bye.